Shawnee. Welcome back. So I'm in the office. I'm playing the role of psychologist today, and I have on a dress today. It's just like a green dress. Let me show you. Just a green like dress, and I have these shoes on. Okay. So I'm probably gonna keep it relatively simple today in terms of makeup because I do have to be serious. I have a very important meeting. Um, so I need to, present myself in a professional way. Which is fine, you know. So yeah, I brought some single shadows with me. I have them in this Copacetic Cosmetics uh magnetic palette. I'm pretty sure these three shades are from Sydney Grace, and this one is from Cleona. I think this is Pine Cone, Keep Smiling, Antique Coin, but I will for sure let you know in my weekly roundup. And it looks like I don't have no hair, but I like slicked it back and then did a swoop. Okay, tired because still working on the sleep thing. Um, but I'm just gonna go ahead and start getting ready. And I've been reading the news. So we're definitely gonna talk about some news, okay? Let's see. So I'm gonna go in with the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop concealer and use that as a primer for my eyeshadow because I have nothing else. And you know what? I have the foundation here. Maybe I'll use that. This used to be one of my fave foundations. It might be a little too dark for me right now. We'll see. Okay, so I was reading the news, like I mentioned, and there's just so much happening that is just ridiculous. I wrote some of it down. Now, one is an update. Last year, there was the woman in Arizona who her husband found out that she was poisoning his coffee. Do you remember that? I don't know when I talked about it. I might have talked about it this year. Um, anyway, so as a recap, Melody Johnson in Arizona is married to Roby Johnson. And I think he or both of them are in the Air Force. So they were in Germany, right? And it seemed like things weren't going super great for them. They were married and it seemed like the marriage wasn't going great. So I guess she makes his coffee or made his coffee every morning. Now, one morning, he felt like the coffee tasted a little different, like not good, like some kind of mm-mm. And I don't know how many times he done drank the coffee, but it seems like he suspected that homegirl might have been putting something in his coffee. So he pretended to drink it, like for several days. He just kept pretending to drink it. I don't know how he did that. I can't pretend to drink coffee, okay? Like, I hope he got some coffee afterwards or something. He pretended to drink it, and then what he did was he installed a couple cameras. I'm guessing in the kitchen to sort of try to catch her if she was putting something in there. So on the camera, he sees her go to a little cabinet and get some bleach, like I think some Clorox. I don't know, it could be a different brand. And pours it into a little container, walks over to the coffee pot and pours the bleach in there. So he also managed to, I guess, test either the coffee pot or the coffee. He got like some chlorine strips or something and like tested it. I don't know. I guess you can get those maybe at like CVS or something or Walgreens, but they were in Germany, so I don't know the equivalent. And I guess it came up positive for bleach. So he decided to wait until they got back to the States to go ahead and file a report, a police report. So then she was arrested for attempted murder and like attempt to commit aggravated assault and poisoning food or something. Now, the maximum she could have gotten was 2 years, which that seems a little short for attempted murder. That seems a little short, especially with the evidence that he had, right? He's got the video, he's got the chlorine strips. But hold on a second. I'm sorry. He was doing too much. Like, first off the bat, I'm tasting something funny. I'm not gonna do all this pretending to drink the stuff and going ahead and installing cameras. I mean, maybe he wanted to get evidence for like the divorce because I'm pretty sure that the divorce is gonna go through. I just feel if you get to that point that you're even suspecting that your partner is poisoning you, I don't know. I just feel like if you get to that point that you putting up cameras and stuff, you need to go. Okay? Like you need to peace out of there. Don't wait. I don't need confirmation. And bleach is deadly. That mess can just like burn your esophagus. I mean, so I'm guessing maybe she wasn't putting enough in there. Cause that mess can kill, like it's not good. I don't know. I don't understand. I don't know the like components of things and how the bleach would interact with the coffee. I don't know if she brewed it together. I don't know. All I know is she was poisoning this man. And so when he does the report, he tells the police or whomever that he suspects that she was trying to cash in on his death benefits, on his insurance. Really? That's pretty obvious. Like, I don't think she was thinking you were going to be cool after drinking bleach consistently in your coffee. I don't know. Like, obviously, that's what she's trying to do. But there's an update, okay? So I was reading and I saw that they had a story about Melody Johnson, like an update. Apparently, they there's a deal, okay? She has now been charged with like the attempted murder has been tossed out. Now it's just like attempt to commit aggravated assault or something, um, and poisoning or whatever. No jail time. No jail time. And come to find out, her husband doesn't want her to go to jail. I don't know if it's because they have a child together. I don't know. But what I do know is she's up in the house with him and the child right now until the divorce is finalized. I'm sorry. You know what? Um, on one hand, I understand. Uh, no, I don't actually, because I'm not gonna put my child in danger. Like, maybe you didn't succeed in offing me, but like you were giving it a good old college try. So I don't know what he's thinking. I don't know if she got something on him. I'm not sure. But I don't know if I'd be laying up in this house with this woman who done bleached my coffee and kept doing it because she's probably like, Dad, he didn't die yet. Let me put some more in there in the morning. Like, no, thank you. No, no. I love you and everything, but what's love got to do with it, okay? Because you need to go to prison. But then again, maybe he was like, well, it's only gonna be 2 years. I can't believe is it only 2 years for attempted murder? That seems a little low. That seems a little low. Yeah. So her attorney was like they want to advocate for time served because I guess she's been in jail for almost a year. But then the part that gets me, I don't even remember, she might have community service or probation or something. Yeah, I think she has probation. And also they said that she needs to go to therapy. I'm so tired of people throwing folks in therapy. Like, what you want me to do with this lady? So tell me how it felt to, you know, try to kill your husband. What I'm supposed to do with that? Like, don't send these people over to therapy. What, why? Why? I hate when people are like, you need to go to therapy. No, they don't. No, they don't. What we gonna fix? What I'm gonna fix with her? I don't think there's a diagnosis. Like, I'm not saying she is not. mentally ill. But depression don't make you try to like bleach somebody to death. So I don't know what y'all want me to do. Now I have worked with people who are on probation and parole. And they've been some of my favorite clients. But also, there's a bit of a difference when someone is like mandated to go to therapy. So they're not necessarily choosing to go. They have to go because the court is like, you have to go. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just thinking, I don't take mandated clients um typically. There are some programs where if someone is a victim of something, some sort of like crime, like the DC government or whatever will pay for them to have therapy, but they're not required to go. So I have worked with, um, what is it called? Crime Victims Unit or something. I don't know. But I'm tired of people being like, you need to go to therapy. Don't send that person over here to my office. I don't know what you want me to do with them. What we gonna talk about? What is there to talk about? I don't know. I mean, maybe we could talk about coping strategies and like decision making, um, maybe just communication exercises. But I don't know. It always trips me out when people are like, that person needs to be in therapy. For what? For what? For what? What are their goals? What are their therapeutic goals? What's she gonna come in here and talk about? I should be like, Melody girl, you knew you was wrong. Like, tell me about your childhood. I don't know what we gonna talk about, Mel. I don't know. But let me know what you think about that. I would you I feel like our relationship changes once you're trying to poison me. Like, I just feel like this wasn't in the vows, babes. Like, it wasn't in the vows. I know it said till death do us part, but it didn't say nothing about you bringing that on. Like, I don't know why he decided to not have this woman thrown in jail, or I don't, how you explain that to your child? It just seems so, I mean, maybe I was gonna say family therapy, but I typically, if there's like any sort of domestic violence or not, like I'm not seeing the partners together. Like, so, but I hope he get custody. Cause now I don't trust you around my child. I don't trust you because dang. I wonder if she was thinking like she wasn't gonna really get any money out of the divorce. I don't know. But I am curious. I don't know how they brokered that deal. And he does not want her to go to jail. He does not want her to serve any jail time. So there are definitely parts of the story that we're certainly not privy to. Because there was a story a couple months ago where this lady was putting like drugs in her husband's cereal. And he was getting all sick and stuff. And he was like, throw her behind in the jail. So I don't know. Roby must be a different kind of human because I don't know how many people would actually be like, no, don't send her to jail. That's all good. Nah, mm-mm. And how dare you poison my coffee? Listen, that is significantly rude. Like, how dare you? Not my coffee. Not my coffee. You know I need this in the morning. Did she? So So she thought she was gonna get away with that? Like, I get, do they test for bleach on autopsy? Like, I don't know. Wonder how much, like, I'm so curious. What kind of bleach was, don't you, like, you could smell bleach, right? I don't know. I feel like some parts are being left out. I just can't see myself being like, nah, girl, you don't have to go to jail. And, come on, live up in this house until we get this divorce finalized. I guess Roby is taking his life into his own hands. I've never heard that name either. Roby, Roby. Roby, you something else, boo boo. Are you Christian or something? Because, but I don't know that the Lord said be stupid. I don't think he was like, put yourself in harm's way. Let's see if she try to bleach you to death again. I don't know that he said that, but who am I? I don't know. So that was Arizona by way of Germany. Let's head over to North Carolina with Miss Rhonda. Girl, so Rhonda is living her best life. Rhonda went out to a little restaurant, have herself a little meal, and this isn't what I wanted to use. What's that brush? She went to have a little meal. I don't know if she went with people. It sounded like she might have gone by herself. Do you take yourself out to dinner and stuff? I do. I love it. I know my sister used to be like, oh, I don't want to go out by myself. I'm like, girl, that's the best. You don't have to wait for nobody to like figure out what they're gonna order. You like what? I love it. I love me a good solo dinner. I don't know. I know a lot of people have like social anxiety, and so that makes it really difficult to even contemplate going out by yourself. But I love treating myself to a little something, something, you know? I mean, what the last time I did it was when that man like accosted me when I was going to get my food and he was like waving a dead animal at me. Remember that? That really just, that really hampered my spirit. Anyway, but Miss Rhonda is in North Carolina. She went to have herself a little meal. I don't know what she got. Seems like it was like a local restaurant because, we should support local businesses. So Miss Rhonda leaves and she realizes that she forgot her card. So real quick, she turns around to go back. I don't know how long it was. It didn't seem like it was a significant amount of time before she realized it and went back, right? But in the meantime, see, there are a lot of things I appreciate about this current generation. I really love that, like their social justice stuff. I love the openness about mental health. I don't like that everybody thinks they have a diagnosis, but that's something that we can talk about at a later date. But also, there are some ways in which we have failed them in terms of teaching them just like stuff. So, one of the wait staff wanted to find Rhonda, right? They wanted to be like, listen, you left your card. We've got it here. It has your name on it. We think it's you. Blah blah blah. This person, this poor baby, went ahead and took a photo of the front and the back of the card and posted it online. I don't know what the description or anything was. Maybe it was something like, does anybody know this person? What I do know is quite a few people took that card information and bought stuff. Like, it's almost like I blame the parents. I blame the parents, I blame society, because what did we do that this child don't know that you don't need to be doing all that? And you know what? I need it to be someone who's younger because if it's someone who's a little older, no. The front and the back? Like, how you gonna do the front and the back? Why you do the front and the back? You want to, you know what? We need to check that person's receipts because I wonder if they went ahead and bought something because you took a picture of the front and the back of the card. See, these kids, they don't know how to tell time on the analog clocks. They don't know how to write a check. They don't know how to write in cursive. And now they don't know that they need to not be posting someone's entire banking information on the interwebs. Oh, one of the best parts. I guess like CNN and all these people contacted the manager or owner of the store, and he's like, no comment. You literally don't care. You don't care. You don't care. Okay, I get it. That's her. Like, I get it. But now Miss Rhonda over here, she's like, I'm on a fixed income. I don't have extra money to be paying nothing because you know the bank is like, you still have to pay. It's probably Bank of America. She's trying to dispute the charges, but you know, in the meantime, they're just gonna be like, hey girl, you got like a $5,000 bill from like Costco. Are you gonna pay that? Banks be tripping. Banks be tripping. And I feel poor Miss Ron, like I feel bad for her. And hopefully with the the media attention that this has gotten, that maybe her bank is like, oh, okay, we don't want to be called out real bad. So we're gonna go ahead and just, yeah, I don't know. I just went in with the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin water powder serum. Let me know if you've tried this and if you like it. Okay, I want to see if this foundation will match. So yeah, poor Miss Rhonda, like also like people had like I guess her family saw it on online. I don't know if it was Facebook, Instagram, I don't know, but her family's like, hey girl, your card information is all up on here. I would want like I would have words for that young person. Like I know maybe you don't even know what a card is because you could do everything from your phone, but FYI, never do that. That's not good, you know? Not good at all. Just I appreciate you trying to help. You went about it the completely wrong way, you know, like thanks but no thanks kind of thing. Why is the foundation not coming out? Like, where are your parents? Where are your parents? Where are they? Because I would like to speak with them. Okay, I would like to speak with them just real fast and quick because I'm gonna need them to go back and read the manual and teach you some stuff. But speaking of parents, there's this young TikToker. I didn't even get her dang on name because it's not worth it. So this TikToker, you know how you go on the internet to find out everything, right? You find out if you find out everything. Dr. Google, like the University of TikTok, all that stuff. So this woman, she went on TikTok and she thought that she was really gonna get support. She comes on there. First of all, she's like messing with her hair the whole time. And she's got a caption or whatever, and it's something like teachers are doing the most, something to that extent. And she tells this story. She said that her son, I think he's in first grade, so it's at about like six, her son is being singled out at the school. So I'm like, oh, like let me find out, right? I don't play with them little kids being singled out and stuff. And then I hear the rest of the story. Homegirl comes on and, she's real up in the camera. She's got her big glasses on that I'm guessing are not prescription. I think they're just like glass lenses, playing with her hair. And she's like, let me tell y'all a story. Have you had this experience? She's like, my son came home and he gave me like his homework and said that I saw like two lines where I'm supposed to sign it and date it to like confirm that he did his homework. She's like, he said that in order to get a little fuzzy, whatever, like it's a little reward, get a little fuzzy from his teacher, like she has to sign and date it, the mom. And the little boy is like, all the other kids have five fuzzies and I only have one. That's not cool when you a kid, right? Shoot, I went ballistic when in high school I was basically I'm a nerd, was a nerd, nerd life rules. And I wanted to get my gold seal on my high school diploma in California. I don't know if it's a nationwide thing, but in order to get your gold seal, you had to have like top grades and also in um certain subjects. So I listen, I was gunning for that gold seal for the entire 4 years, right? But then this lady, the biology teacher, she had the gall, the unmitigated gall to say that I was missing homework. Girl, do you know me? So, I think what happened was we got our like test or something back and I had a B and I was like, B's for bad. Not really, but I was a little crazier than I am right now. So I was like, I can't have a B. I don't understand. I need to get an A in this class so that I can get my gold seal on my diploma, ma'am. So other people got B's and they were like, no, it's fine. I was like, I am going to revolt. Like, y'all can play with your grades like that, but I need my gold seal. So I calculated it and it was an A in the class. I had an A. I went to the dean. He calculated it. It was an A. I had some friends do it. They calculated it. It was an A. I had somebody who was like a mathematician calculate it, and it was an A. So I tell all this to the teacher. Now, here's the thing. My parents always told me, you try to fix it or would deal with it. And if that doesn't work, you come on back and we'll step in, right? Don't worry, this is related. Not really. So I did all of that, and the teacher is insisting that I don't have an A. And so then I was like, Mommy, Daddy, like, here's the thing. She's saying I don't have an A, and y'all know I do. This was not the first nor the last time that I was going to be arguing with somebody about my grade. Okay. So my dad and my sister come up to my school. Now, y'all know, I went to a private prep school, same one, Meghan Markle and Tyra Banks and Mary Tyler Moore and uh Elliot, not Elliot Page, somebody. There's a couple of people who went there, right? Not very diverse. It's a whole other story. So my dad and my sister come up there because my mom was working, and my siblings are 8, 11, and 12 years older than me, right? So my dad comes in with his suit, like a briefcase that ain't got nothing in it. And my sister comes, and the lady was so intimidated, like her face was beet red the entire time. And that's when she was like, well, you didn't turn in your homework. And I pulled out my homework because I had all my files, and I was like, here it is. And you signed it because she would sign it to confirm that she had seen it. You signed it. I done had 12,000 people calculate this grade, and it's an A. So finally, because it was a meeting with my dad, the teacher, the principal, the dean, me, and my sister. And I came prepared. Anyway, so I got my A and I got my seal on my diploma. Anyway, so speaking of signing things, right? Homegirl was like, I'm not gonna sign it. I don't have time for this. She's like, I have 4 kids and I have like a major business on TikTok. And I don't have time for this. And the little boy's like, but mommy, if you don't sign it, I don't get my fuzzy. And she's like, you're not gonna get in trouble for something that I did or didn't do. So he goes to school and he don't get no fezzy because his mama didn't sign the thing, right? She also, I don't know if the teacher tried to call her or something, but she was like, "Don't text me through this app that you all use to contact parents. I'm very busy. Like, you're gonna have to call me." She don't care two bits about this baby. So she comes on to the TikTok and she was like, I already contacted the principal. I want my son moved to a different class because he is being singled out. And I guess she thought that people were gonna be like, yeah, girl, nah. Everybody's like, why didn't you just sign the baby's homework? It's gonna take 2 seconds out your life. Now you wasting time coming up on TikTok talking about you not like signing it. So she came back with an apology and she was like, I love teachers. This isn't the teacher's fault. And, it's the public school system and they're really like letting our kids down. They're really not a good influence. And she was like, I didn't sign the homework because I thought that it was just insignificant. Like, girl, here is a shovel. Here's a new one because you are digging yourself into this hole. You're making it worse. So then I don't know what happens, okay? Because people came for her. But I did learn something. I didn't know that there was a thing called unschooling, not homeschooling. Maybe y'all know about this. Unschooling. So, sometimes people decide to homeschool their kids. Now, there's an entire curriculum that you're supposed to follow when you're homeschooling someone, right? Entire curriculum. But unschooling does not follow any sort of curriculum. To me, it sounds like a Montessori school without the school part. So the child is just able to engage in whatever is of interest to them. And that's their schooling experience. I don't know how that works. I despite being in school for 27 years, literally, I know that not everybody needs to go to school. Like not everybody needs to, especially like college and stuff. Not everybody needs to go. Like what? And especially an advanced degree, okay? Like when I tell you I was in school from 3 to 29, I got my PhD around 28 or 29. Who does that? I'm not even saying it to brag or nothing. That's crazy, okay? Don't do that. I tell people all the time, listen, only get this degree if you really want this degree, okay? Because I had no kind of life. Anyway, what was I talking about? Yeah, like I don't think everybody needs to go to school. I kind of think it's important at the younger ages to just learn the basics, how to read and write and write your name and your numbers, ABCs, one, two, threes, interacting with peers. I kind of feel like that's kind of, I don't know. I think it's good for child development. But I'm curious as to what you think about unschooling. I worry that there are going to be some things that might be a little difficult. Mm. It also feels like a little bit of like a privilege thing. Like you actually have the privilege to unschool your child, where some kids don't even have access to things. But I'm not going to go into that. But that's what she plans to do. She plans to unschool her child. And people are like, that also, like, you can't just leave a baby like in the bathtub or something and be like, learn what you want. Like, that also takes some commitment and some time. And you're over here not even finding time to sign this paper. She was like, why do I have to sign to confirm that he did his homework? She was like, I'm not a homework person. I'm not a homework parent. And you're with the teacher for 8 hours a day. Like, there shouldn't be any homework. You should have it. Like, why is it not done already? Like, why didn't your teacher help you? Like, I get it. Sometimes these little kids be coming home with too much homework. Like, we don't have time for this, okay? But I also think we be putting too much on these teachers. Now, I am an advocate for teachers. I think they are some of the most important people in our society because none of us would be here without teachers, right? Like, yeah, good ones at least. And this teacher is trying to like, motivate these kids to do their homework, get the parents involved, like, and you're over here talking about it's insignificant and you're not going to sign this for this little boy. What is that teaching him? What is that teaching him? And then he over here like odd man out because he got one fuzzy and now everybody got six now. They started with five. They got six now and he has one. Y'all know kids are mean. So I don't even know. And she really went on TikTok thinking she was gonna do something. And everybody is like, this is not it, ma'am. This is not it. This ain't it. You can't come on here and talk about no. That's not cute. Sign the little boy's homework and go about your business and let that little boy get whatever his fuzzy is. Anyway, let me know what you think about that. I'm gonna finish everything off and be done. So here is the finished look. I think that's it. So don't forget to let me know what you think about the stories. We've got Melody, Bleach Lady, who is just, she got probation and therapy. Then we have Rhonda, whole thing with her card being blasted on the internet. Then we have the little TikTok lady. I mean, feel free to comment on my experiences advocating for myself, for my grades, if you want to. All right, make sure you're using your single shadows because, yeah, you have them, you should use them. Telling that to myself also. I hope that some of this was helpful, and I also hope that you are continuing to take care of yourself. I would love it if you liked the video, and I would love it even more if you subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.